the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball.
To prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guy. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted
but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 33-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Carter providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Steelers.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Back to throw. Matthews. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Incomplete. He had over the throw, so he just tossed it away. But that works out forward.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways call this penalties.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation at a 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On the give, it's Warren. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Eagles! Greg Calcaterra, 26 yards. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They toss it to Warren. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. But now he appears to be in some pain. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Throwing on 3rd and long. Matthews. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down. Matthews. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Back to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Straight ahead running. Here's McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. A throw there, but then it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run and a second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's McFarland. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Take it at the 37. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. But I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2nd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular
Here
season.
comes a return
Maybe
from just
not
beyond
the
the goal
offenses
line.
just yet, but still a half
And
to
it's
go.
a pretty good
As
return
we
here,
get
so
you
get
back
this
out
up to the
Brandon
29.
Gaudin.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 1. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Matthews over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on 2nd down, Matthews. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So a quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Matthews.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying out of my passing downs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a run. It's another first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Steelers 0.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Again, McFarland.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
A give up the middle to McFarland. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's across the 43, extra yards to the 43. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Matthews. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. Only 3 there on the screen and 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Matthews. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack,
And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. He's got it to the 43 here.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Matthews. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
1st down is Burger.
Back to throw. Matthews. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
First down,
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews.
Same connection. Dulcich once again.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 31-yard
Back to
line.
throw. Matthews.
He'll check this down to McFarland.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 10.
On 1st and 10, Matthews. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown from 21 yards away.
And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Steelers 7.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Throwing on 1st down. Matthews. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.